Hey guys, HTV here, and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got some pretty big information to go over. We have some new Pokemon app leaks for next week's Pokemon Presents. We have some Nintendo Switch 2 updates to go over, and as well as that, a new rumor detailing a new Pokemon Let's Go game being announced next week as well. There's a lot of things to talk about today, so if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, let's talk about next week's Pokemon Presents. Riddler has posted another tweet. He's been so cryptic lately with his tweets. He's very much been kind of just keeping his cards close to his chest. He's not really been saying a lot, but this is something that he has spoken about a couple of times, and the fact that he's tweeted this out a week before the Presents means that, yeah, this is basically what we're going to be seeing next week. So, he tweeted out saying, "A kiddo app ready." So, I guess what he means by this is that the app that he spoke about, which is this one here, a new app with a winky face, which was on the 28th of May, he then posted this as like a follow-up to that, saying "a kiddo app ready." So when I read that, I feel like it means it's going to be a very kind of, like a little bit like Pokemon Smile. It's going to be one of those apps where you're not really going to be too bothered about it. It's very much aimed towards the children and stuff. Like, I don't know, like Pokemon Smile, I guess. It's not going to be like a Masters or a Pokemon Go or a Pokemon Unite or a Pokemon TCG Pocket, anything like that. Because obviously this is the one I assume he's referencing to. I mean, this could be something completely different, but I assume this is the app. So it's probably going to be some sort of Pokemon music, rhythm game, a little bit like we spoke about yesterday. And it's just going to be aimed towards children. So maybe it's like Pokemon songs or Pokemon themes or something like that, just OST from the games, and then there's somehow kind of changing that into a kind of, I guess, a musical game or something like that. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be aimed towards kind of the more younger audiences for Pokemon instead of, like I say, kind of the more older audiences. But either way, that's the update from Riddler. He has also posted this, remember, as well, about the Mega Evolution. We have covered this, but this is also apparently what we're going to be seeing next week as well in the Pokemon Presents. So a new potential Mega Evolution, which is linked to Angemon, Green, and then Giovanni with Mewtwo and Persian and whatnot. We don't really know what it means. We don't have to wait too long. But what this basically is kind of giving a hint to is that we are going to be seeing a brand new Mega Evolution next week, which I really, really hope, because the game's coming out in like 3 months. We need a new Mega Evolution to be shown, or at least just one. First one, we haven't actually seen a brand new Mega Evolution from the game itself. So yeah, looks like we're going to be seeing a kind of kid app, I guess kid-friendly, child-friendly app like Pokemon Smile, like an educational app or something like that, next week in the Pokemon Presents, which could be related to this sort of music thing. And then also we're going to be seeing potentially a new Mega Evolution as well, which is related to these three things as well for, yeah, the Pokemon Presents next week. But anyway, those are the new Pokemon Present leak updates. What are your thoughts on this? Are you happy or sad? I mean, I'm not really going to be bothered about it. Like, I've never played Pokemon Smile. I'm not going to be playing, unless it looks really fun, I'm probably not going to be playing a game that's aimed towards kind of like children and stuff in regards to music and stuff. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on this. What do you think this kind of kid app could be in relation to music? If it is in relation to music, it could be something completely different, and this could be, aiming towards Legends EA or something, who knows. But either way, yeah, let me know your thoughts on that. Moving on, we have a pretty big trade update coming to Pokemon TCG Pocket. We have Nintendo Soup here tweeting out saying Pokemon TCG Pocket trade feature update coming July 2025. So this is something that they also could go over during the Pokemon Presents next week, because obviously they're going to be revealing the new set, which is very likely going to be a big set, so more than one pack. A lot of people hoping it's like Johto or something, but we don't really know. So they're going to reveal that next week, but then they could also go over the trading as well. So if they do, that's quite a big segment for Pokemon TCG Pocket, meaning that this Pokemon Presents is probably going to get even bigger. We don't really know what the time is going to be or the duration of it, but if it's going to have all these things to go over, like a new app, loads of pocket stuff, that's just two of the things there, and I feel like they're going to need a bit of information, like they're going to need a bit of time to go over all that. But anyway, we'll wait and see what happens. But this is something that is going to be happening at the end of July. So the Pokemon Company has confirmed the release date for Pokemon TCG Pocket's trade feature update. So the update is coming as a response to the heavy criticism faced by the game's original trading feature, and will release on the 29th of July 2025. The trade feature will be unavailable from July the 24th to the 29th to facilitate this update. And then this is a summary of the main adjustments as follows. We kind of covered this on the Pokemon TCG Pocket channel, but yeah, basically you're just going to be trading your trade tokens for kind of this shine dust or whatever it's called, and that shine dust is going to be used for trading now. But as well as that, you're gonna be able to get 60 pack hourglasses as well from this, which is also very, very useful because that's, you know, 5 more packs. So yeah, happy days. But this is definitely gonna be a much better way to trade in Pokemon TCG Pocket, because the current one is just really bad. It's way too costly. It's just not really worth it. But with this, it looks like it's going to be a very, very good step in the right direction. It doesn't look like we can trade kind of 2-star and higher yet. So your full arts, your gold cards, your immersive cards, everything like that. But hopefully that is something that we kind of get into in the future. But either way, yeah, we could see something like this about Pokemon TCG Pocket next week during the Pokemon Presents. Coming up next, we have some Nintendo Switch 2 stuff to go over. So Go Nintendo tweet here posting saying Nintendo Canada announces Donkey Kong Bonanza in-store demos at Costco and EB Games. So if you are in Canada over the next few days, then you are going to be able to have a kind of hands-on experience with DK Bonanza if you're unsure about getting the game. So yeah, Nintendo Canada announces Donkey Kong Bonanza in-store demos at Costco and EB Games. So Nintendo of Canada is inviting you and your family to visit select Costco Canada locations on the 18th to the 19th of July and select EB Games Canada stores from the 19th to the 20th of July to try out Donkey Kong Bonanza for Nintendo Switch 2. Of course, the game drops tomorrow, but if you're unsure about getting it and you are in Canada and you are able to get to one of these places, then it might be worth it. I think the demo, you're literally only on it for like 20 minutes anyway, but it'll give you a feel of the game and it'll get you kind of hopefully to make a decision whether you want to get the game or not. But it says explore a vast underground world by smashing your way through it. Bash as just, I think, a description of the Donkey Kong game. But yeah, join DK, Companion, Pauline, yada yada yada. So yeah, the main thing obviously is that if you want to play the demo of DK Bonanza, it's been in quite a few stores as well on the build-up, but yeah, this is obviously for the Canadian viewers, or if you are in Canada over the next few days, then it's definitely going to be worth giving it a go, just to kind of make your mind up whether you want to play the game or whether you want to buy the game or not. But either way, yeah, DK Bonanza's out tomorrow anyway, so yeah, hopefully it's an absolute smash, no pun intended. Moving on, we have a new Pokemon Let's Go rumor to go over. This was posted on the Sunday, the 13th of July, so a few days ago. It's just titled Pokemon Let's Go 2 Switch game for the Nintendo Switch 2. So Pokemon Let's Go 2 Switch game for the Nintendo Switch 2. Yeah, so it's Pokemon Let's Go 2. So obviously we've had Let's Go Pikachu, we've had Let's Go Eevee, and this is Let's Go 2. So again, this was posted on 4chan, so as always with these posts, take them with a massive grain of salt. Very unlikely to be true. I think we've even had people from Pokemon saying that it's unlikely that we're ever going to see a Let's Go game again, even though they did. I think they sold relatively well. There was a massive, obviously, boom of Pokemon because of Pokemon Go, so I think that definitely helped the sales. But I still think that Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee are the best looking Pokemon games we've ever had. I just think the colors were very vibrant, the graphics were fantastic. There was like no issues with lag or glitches or anything like that. It was just a perfectly good game in terms of visuals. I think the problems came from like the gameplay and stuff like that. Obviously no wild battles and stuff, but either way, let's take a look at this rumor here. So it says developed by Pokemon Works. We haven't really heard much about Pokemon Works. Obviously they are the subsidiary of Game Freak and Ilka and stuff, and we were expecting them to start working on some games. I know they've taken over, I think, Pokemon Sleep. Obviously they work on Pokemon Home, but apart from that, you know, we haven't really had anything. So maybe something gets announced this next week, should I say, during the Pokemon Presents, and that's what Pokemon Works are working on. Maybe they're working on this rhythm game or something, who knows. But apparently Pokemon Let's Go 2 is being worked on by Pokemon Works. It says it's going to be overworld Pokemon like in the Let's Go games, which I don't see why they would change that. It says choose between 4 player characters at the beginning of the game. So we're going to have 2 male characters and we're going to have 2 female characters. So we're not going to be playing as Red or Blue or I guess anybody like that. We're not going to be playing as the characters from the Let's Go games. These are going to be 4 brand new characters that we haven't been introduced before. So I assume this would be set like a bit further into the future or maybe a little bit into the past. It says the characters are no other than Satoshi Ash and Pokemon Trainer Red for male, and Pokemon Trainer Green / the girl, and also some random girl. Okay, so this is already very, very unlikely to be true. So they're saying here basically that you're going to be able to play as Ash or Red as the male character in this game, and then you're going to be able to play as Green or Leaf, but they say like it's some random girl. So yeah, I mean, there's no way in hell that is ever going to be an option. It's just absolutely unlikely. Again, I would like to see Ash in the Pokemon universe once again, but I just very much think that they're not going to do that in a Let's Go game. It says there's no Mega Evolutions. There's no Mega Evolutions included in the game, which, again, another massive red flag. They are literally, like, we're in the Pokemon Mega Evolution season. It's in everything right now. It's in the anime, it's in the TCG, it's in Pokemon Legends EA. Mega Evolutions were in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Why would they take them out? It makes absolutely no sense. And then it says, as it goes 10th year anniversary and Pokemon's 30th anniversary, only the first 151 Pokemon will be in the game. So what's different about this and Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee? It's just that you can play as Ash. Is that really the difference? Play with more other players like in Let's Go. So I assume that's kind of the co-op function, where if you obviously shake the Joy-Con, then you get like a player 2 character kind of spawn in. You're able to start with the Pokemon Pikachu. It says a Pokemon League tournament of some sort set in Saffron City. There's 4 hairstyles in the game: curly bob hairstyle, fade, and Beach's hairstyle. And then it says EV training mechanic returns like in Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. So that means that EVs and IVs are in this game, because I don't think they were in the original game. We didn't have ability. It was very much dumbed down. There was like no abilities, anything like that. But apparently EVs are going to be in this game, and the training mechanic returns like in Fire Red and Leaf Green. And then it says a Pokemon Kanto Indigo tournament like in the anime. Not sure if this is related to the Saffron City League tournament. And then they say that's all for now. So yeah, I mean, it screams fake. There's literally, this is just Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. It sounds like a DLC update, really. With the fact you can play as Ash and there's like a league tournament. There's nothing else that's different about this game. You get a couple of hairstyles. Great. Unbelievable. Definitely worth the $80 or whatever that it would be. So yeah, I mean, look, if we're ever going to get a Let's Go game, it's going to be Let's Go Johto. It's going to be some different other region. There's no way they're going to do another game like this. If this was real, the backlash would be wild, because this is literally just Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. Like, that is literally what it is. They don't even let you start with anything else. It just says Pikachu is your starter. The no Mega Evolutions in game as well. They've actually removed content from Pokemon Let's Go, which I didn't think they could. There is not a lot of content in the original Let's Go games, and they've somehow removed some of it. It just makes absolutely no sense. So yeah, I'm calling this absolutely fake. I would like to see a new Let's Go game in the future, 100%, but this is not it. This is just not it in the slightest. It'd have to be Johto next, if they were going to do it kind of chronologically like that. But yeah, this is 100% fake. If this is true, then there is going to be massive backlash. Let me know your thoughts on it, though. Do you think it is true or not? There's no way it can be, but either way, yeah. Let me know your thoughts on this one in the comment section down below. Finishing things off for today's video, we have another Nintendo Switch 2 rumor to cover. This was posted by Game Rant, and it kind of goes into the Nintendo Direct as well that we're expecting at the end of the month. It says a new rumor indicates that one of the best titles released for the original Nintendo Switch could be officially coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 soon. So a new rumor suggests that Pikmin 4 could be getting an official update for the Nintendo Switch 2 soon. This would be great news for fans of the franchise, as Pikmin 4 was well regarded, and this could be the ultimate way to play the title. So Pikmin 4 was originally released for the Nintendo Switch in 2023, around a decade after the latest mainline installment in the popular franchise. Reviewers praised Pikmin 4 for iterating on the classic formula of the franchise while adding fresh elements, and the game currently stands with an average critic score of 88, which is obviously very, very high. Now, a leaker called Nash Weedle has shared a new rumor indicating that Pikmin 4 could be one of the next games to receive an upgrade on the Nintendo Switch 2. Weedle also claimed that he heard a rumor saying that this will be a proper Nintendo Switch 2 edition with some additions, but has not been able to verify the information. If this is the case, it's quite likely that gamers will need to pay a fee to upgrade the game if they already own it and wish to enjoy the new features. Nash Weedle is a fairly reliable leaker with a decent track record of sharing information about Nintendo, so the rumor may be accurate. However, it's also important to remember to always take rumors with a grain of salt, as Nintendo has not officially confirmed the existence of the update. I do just want to quickly say something about Nash Weedle, though. They were incorrect about the Nintendo Direct. They tweeted out saying this, they put so this week or something like that, which was it last week or the week before? Basically wrong. There was no Nintendo Direct obviously that week, and then they kind of followed up by saying that they had 9 sources, and 4 of them said that it was going to be that week, and then a few of them said that it was going to be the last week of July, and then a few of them have said they haven't heard anything about Nintendo Direct. So, yeah, I mean, look, you can choose whether to believe him or not. I feel like this is a very likely game to get a Nintendo Switch 2 edition anyway, because, like I say, it's a very highly regarded game, and a lot of people would like to play kind of a Switch 2 edition of it. So, yeah, this is obviously something that could easily get announced in a Nintendo Direct. I feel like every time we get a Nintendo Direct, they're going to go over Nintendo Switch 1 games getting this update, because it's just free money for them, isn't it, really, at the end of the day. And then it says, fortunately, Nintendo Switch 2 owners can already play Pikmin 4 as well as most of the game on the original Switch's library, as the newest console is backwards compatible. Nintendo even fixed some backwards compatibility issues last month, ensuring that more titles will run smoothly on its new console. Since its release on the 5th of June, the Nintendo Switch 2 has been incredibly successul. While Nintendo has not officially shared the latest data regarding the sales of the Switch 2, some analysts such as David Gibson predict that the console sold over 5.4 million units by the end of June, and that these results will be officially announced at the beginning of August. Some first-party games such as Mario Kart World have been incredibly successful too, selling over 1 million copies in Japan, with even more units shipped to other countries. Hopefully the Switch 2 will continue with this level of success, and more games will get upgraded for it. I mean, hopefully we get like Sword and Shield, Legends Arceus, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, like those kind of upgrades as well, because those are some pretty big Pokemon games, but you know, we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, that's going to be everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please do consider leaving a like down below. Let's try and hit 500. It does really help out the video, the channel, all of that good stuff. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we covered. Do you think that Pikmin 2 could be getting a Nintendo Switch 2 version? And also, what game would you like to see get a Nintendo Switch 2 version? Obviously, make sure to go check out the Donkey Kong Bonanza demo if you're in Canada. What are your thoughts on the trading update for Pokemon TCG Pocket? And also, what are your thoughts on this Kiddo app that Riddler Coup has said? Again, it doesn't sound very exciting that it is going to be aimed towards kids, but it is what it is. And then also, what are your thoughts on this potential Let's Go game as well, which is just complete BS in my opinion. But anyway, subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell, have a fantastic rest of your day, and until next time, peace.